Hello everyone, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we are going to talk about another example where we will use IBM Bob in order to analyze, or you can say in order to prepare an analysis report for all the opcodes that are being utilized in our program. So suppose there is a scenario in your project where we have one old RPG code, and from that old RPG code we want to find out like what all opcodes are utilized there, what's their purpose, what all kind of values we are being passed, we are passing as a parameter. So these all things we will figure out, or we will prepare a full fledged report with the help of IBM Bob. Okay, so to demonstrate this thing, we have one short program. As of now we have only 12 lines of code, but I'm assuming that in your scenario, of course, there might be thousands of lines of code, but don't worry, whatever prompt we are going to write here will work with all conditions. Okay, so today I'll show you how to write a master prompt to perform this task. So we have code, we have IBM Bob, and through the prompt we will prepare the output. But before we proceed further with the session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use IBM Bob to prepare an analysis report for all the opcodes that are used in our program. But prior to that, we have already covered how to use it for CL program, for DDS file, and many other stuff. Okay. And to make the things easier for you, I have already attached the Texture Myth digital course book in the description box. There you will find more than 3600 plus sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any communication issues, you can directly consume the content. And if there is any question you want me to ask, just simply go and write out in the comments section so that I can try my best to share answers for it. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see we have demo program where we have utilized couple of opcodes. Don't go by the syntax. This is just a sample code I want to analyze, and I want to figure out like what all opcodes are used here. And same thing you can also use with the full free format or maybe mixed format source. Okay. Now to perform the task, what I'll do, I'll paste my prompt here, and then we will go through the prompt and we'll try to understand like what all key points we are supposed to mention here. Okay, so I'll just paste it for now, and now you can see this is a structured prompt that we are going to share here. Okay, so we all know that nowadays everyone is utilizing the AI tools, but what matters most is the prompt, like what kind of prompt you are using, what is the right skill to write the prompt. Okay, what are the right ways to write the prompt? These all things we will discuss. So in prompt, firstly I'll assign the role to this model. So I'm saying you are a certified IBM I RPG expert with 20 plus years of experience on IBM I. Earlier it was known as ACE400. You strictly follow IBM I ILE RPG language rules and standards. Okay, so firstly I just assign the role so that it act like that person and perform the task. After that, right now this prompt is for providing the list of opcode, but I want to make it generic for the program. Let's say I have one program and I want to do analysis on that program itself. So what I can do, I can slightly change it. So you can see I will give you a RPG code. I will give you a RPG program. I will give you RPG program named as Opcode. Okay, so this is my program name. You can see here opcode.rpg. So I will give you a RPG program named as Opcode. Explain each opcode strictly as per IBM I RPG standards. Okay. Then there are some rules where we have mentioned the warning that do not violate. So let's see what all rules are there. So rule number 1 says opcode definition. For each opcode provide full name of the opcode, what it does on IBM I in plain English, which spec it belongs to, C spec only. Okay, is it valid in RPG 3, RPG 4 or RPG full, like all format. Okay, so we just want to know whether whatever opcode we are using in program is applicable in all three or in a specific one. Okay, then second rule is for syntax. Here I mentioned show exact syntax in all three format: fixed format RPG3, fixed format RPG4, that is RPGLE, full free format RPG with ** free. So I just want syntax in all these three formats, so I clearly mentioned it in a rule number 2. Then rule number 3 says factor 1, factor 2, result field. So for fixed format, explain what goes in factor 1, what goes in factor 2, what goes in result field, and what resulting indicator mean. Okay, so those who don't have any idea about the RPG format, don't worry. This prompt will automatically analyze your source and then provide you the information, and it will explain in a very simple way, like what values we have passed in factor 1 and what in factor 2. Okay, and also the resulting indicator. Then we have rule number 4 that says return values and indicators. So explain every resulting indicator, that is high, low, equal, and also tell when high indicator sets on, when low indicator sets it on, and when equal indicator sets it on. What is the thing that set it on all these indicators? And here I clearly mention never guess, use IBM I RPG standard only. Okay, so we strictly mentioned here that do not guess, just follow the RPG standards and then only explain the things. Then in rule number 5 I clearly mention about the real world examples. So show a real world example with a sample file and key file field, fixed format code at exact column positions, free format code, what the result will be. Okay, so here I just mentioned that these are the things that I am looking for in real world example. Then I also want like what are the common mistakes that happens when we are using these opcodes. So list top 3 common mistake developers make with this opcode on IBM I. Okay, so you can see the depth of this prompt. It will explain each and every required thing about that particular opcode. So it will provide you every information. Okay, so this is how you can build the master prompt. Once you have this kind of prompt, then you're good to use it in your source code. Okay, then we have related opcodes. So yeah, here I clearly mention list opcodes that are commonly used together with this opcode. Okay, so let's say if we are talking about plist, so with plist param is used, call p, these are the correlated opcodes. Okay, so we can show this. Then rule number 8 says what to never do. Yes, this is very important one, because here we have clearly mentioned what it is not supposed to do. The first thing, never invent syntax that does not exist. Second says never mix RPG3 or RPG4 syntax. Third point says never guess indicator behavior. And fourth point says always use IBM I official definitions. Okay, not anything else. Then after that, return your answer in the exact structure which contain these 7 sections for each opcode. First section, opcode name and purpose. Second section, syntax in all 3 format. Third, factor 1, factor 2 result field information. Fourth section, resulting indicator. Fifth section, real world example with code. And sixth section, common mistake, and seventh one is for related opcodes. Okay, so before we execute this prompt, I just want to warn you, doesn't matter which AI model you are using right now, always make a habit to verify it properly. If there is anything which is not executed or which is not performed properly, make it fix. Okay, because there are chances that it might reduce you it might give you the wrong information, it might hallucinate. So always make sure that you review whatever output you have received from your IBM I model. Okay, so let's press enter. So in few seconds it will ask a permission to read the file. I will approve it. So you can see it is asking to see my file. I'll approve it, and then it will start looking for my source code. And okay, I think it started the program. Yes, so now you can see it started writing the information in the same sequence which we mentioned earlier in the prompt. So it is working as expected, and as there are lots of information, there are multiple prompts that we are using here, so it comes with all those information. Let me generate it first and then I'll walk you through this. So it covers do, opcode, plist, param, and everything that we mentioned here. Okay, then dsply, you can see dsply is there. I think next one is add, if it is not covered already. Yes, now you can see add opcode. That means it is going sequentially and doing the task for each opcode in the same sequential manner. Okay, all right, so now I'll show you. And also one more thing, like if you think there is something wrong in your prompt or in your output, you can just re-prompt it and it will give you the output again by fixing those issues. So what it says, IBM RPG opcode analysis. This program contains 7 distinct opcode: plist, param, zadd, do, display, add, and set on. Okay, so one by one it performed for all. So we don't have much time, so I'll just quickly walk you through one scenario. So in opcode 1, that is plist, full name is parameter list, defines a list of parameter that will be passed to or from a program, procedure, subroutine. Spec, cspec, calculation specification, validity, RPG3, RPG4, RPGLE 5, not available in full free format. Okay, not available in full free format, that means RPGLE as well. So yeah, these are the minor things that we need to check. Then syntax in all 3 format, you can see it provides the syntax, this syntax, and in free format it is also suggesting use DCLPI, declare procedure interface, instead. Okay, so that is also a good thing that it automatically suggests that. Then it provides the factor 1, factor 2, and result field information, resulting indicators information, real world example with output. You can see it provides the exact scenario. Also it suggests the equivalent free format so that if you can directly use it. Common mistake: forgetting the star entry plist must appear before the executable code, not matching param sequence with column programs parameter order, using plist in free format that must declare in DCLPI instead. Okay, related opcode: param, call A, call B. Yeah, so I think this is like whatever information it provides for the first opcode, it is almost correct. So yeah, likewise you can review your all output whatever you have generated, because now it has reduced our time to do the actual task. So that time we can invest in reviewing the things. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching TechShare Myth.